Talk about F around and find out. Wow. America is going to be in total darkness. Within a month, America is going to find itself in total darkness unless Trump recedes his threat to apply the 25% tariff to Canada.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So you guys know that Trump is looking at slamming to 25% tariff to different countries, any goods coming from different countries into the US, right? So Canada is about to retaliate, and they're saying that if he does that they are also going to do theirs, right? So let's go ahead, check what people are saying about this whole cutting off light supply, power supply to the US from Canada. Then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Let me know what your thoughts are also in the comment section.
Talk about F around and find out. Wow. America is going to be in total darkness. Within a month, America is going to find itself in total darkness unless Trump recedes his threat to apply the 25% tariff to Canada, because Canada has spoken. Ontario, Canada's Premier, Doug Ford, have sent a very strong warning to Trump, letting Trump know exactly how he plans to execute putting America in darkness, starting with New York, Minnesota, and Michigan. He ain't playing. He wants Trump to know that actions have consequences. And while he's trying to make America great again, it will not be at the expense of Canadians. I bet y'all didn't know that Canada is a powerhouse. When I tell you about literal powerhouse, 60% of the crude oil that America imports is supplied by Canada. 85% of electricity that is imported by the US of A is provided by Canada. Canada literally powers millions of American homes every single day. And when we find ourselves in darkness, we have Trump to thank. Because Doug Ford wants Trump to understand that actions have consequences. And he cannot go around making threats and think that other countries will not retaliate. F around and find out, y'all. Trump is going to F around and find out very quickly that these countries are not going to just simply lay down, and take his threats or take his BS.
So today, the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, announced that if Donald Trump follows through on his tariffs against Canadian goods starting January the 20th, that Ontario, the Ontario government, will be cutting off the power supply to the neighboring states of Ontario, which means New York, Michigan, Minnesota. I think there might be one other one that does border Ontario, but I can't recall. So, yeah, means your power bills are going to go up. So not only are you going to be paying higher prices for groceries, gas, all everyday products that you need, now it's going to cost you more money to heat your home, use your lights. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I feel badly for the people that voted Democrat. I seriously do. But for those that voted for Trump, once again, you've made your bed, you're going to have to lay in it now. And you've got 4 years of this. But that's only if he gets in office. And I still have my doubts.
Where we make fun of MAGA for the terrible choice they've made as our country circles the drain. Gloves are off. We're not going to coddle you or keep you safe from the consequences of your actions. Nope. We're going to laugh at you instead. And before you leave a negative comment, just know they only help the video. Prices will come down, Trump said during a rally in August. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast. Not only with insurance, with everything. We will end inflation and make America affordable again, and we're going to get the prices down. We have to get them down, Trump said in a rally in September. It's too much. Groceries, cars, everything. We're going to get the prices down. Right? He said that? Yeah. We will cut your taxes and inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to America, Trump said at his Georgia rally in October. Right? He also specifically promised to get gas prices down. He said, I'll cut your energy prices in half within 12 months, right? Right. Well, in his interview with Kristen Welker, he said, I'd like to bring them down, but it's hard to bring things down once they're up. You know, it's very hard, but I think that they will. They will what? Come down? Magically? Magically they come down? Hi guys, once a price has ever gotten up, it almost never comes down. Inflation almost never reverses, guys. And if it does reverse, usually that's an indicator that something terrible is happening to your economy. Negative inflation, deflation, actually a bad thing. So we are going to get the prices down has now turned into, I can't guarantee anything. I can't even guarantee tomorrow. How you feeling about those prices coming down right now? How you feeling about that? How you feeling about it? Yeah? The tariffs, the constant bullying he's doing to our best trading partners. Did you know that Mexico, as predicted yesterday, Mexico responded by saying, stop picking on Canada. Canada's our buddy. Me and Canada, we're going to team up against you if you don't fucking knock it off. Yeah, those are the consequences. Bullies never actually do well, guys. When did you forget how grade school worked? Bullies never prosper. It always comes back to them. Do you understand? We are the bully. And they have but to team up against us and they could end us. All of our ascendancy relies upon other countries working with us. If they decide to refuse to work with us, we don't have any clout anymore. Donald Trump is bankrupting us morally, ethically, and monetarily. He is literally doing it right in front of you. You elected him to do it, so he's going to do it. He knows he told you one thing, but you're too stupid to get it. So he feels like, yeah, it's fair. It's fair if I don't do what I say I'm going to do. They should have known I was a liar from the beginning. Remember the story he's always telling you about the snake? Yeah, at all the rallies, he brings out that snake. He talks about how if you pick up a snake, it's going to bite you, right? You should have known I was a snake when you picked me up. He was telling you the whole time. He was telling you the whole time not to pick him. You did anyway. So now you get to hang out with Donald Trump as he says, well, I'd like to do the thing I promised you I'd do, but I don't really have the power to do that. Yeah, we know. We knew you didn't. Those of us paying attention knew you didn't have the power, that you were making promises you couldn't keep, that you were not able to cash those checks. We knew you were faking, bruh. These ignorant mothers who looked up what a tariff was after they voted, these MAGA men, they really love being tricked. They really love taking it up the ass unexpectedly. That's why they talk so much about how they hate gay people. Yeah. Donald Trump doesn't strike me as somebody who gives a shit about lube. You know what I'm saying? Not that Donald Trump has to worry at all about that, given the size of his mushroom. But he's still gonna stick it in you. Oh, MAGA. MAGA. You never learn. It's only about being superior. You don't actually want to know facts. Now, let me just put this out there to you, MAGA. If you don't like being mercilessly made fun of by people like me, maybe don't do the thing that looks stupid from the beginning.
Guys, do you think that Canada will be turning off the power supply to the US? So I saw a video of someone saying that the man who came out to talk about Canada retaliating, the man is actually a governor of a particular state. So he's not the prime minister and he doesn't have right to speak for entire, entire Canada, right?
Americans seem to be taking this notion of Canada turning off the taps as far as energy goes seriously, because I've seen quite a few people talking about it, quite a few Americans talking about it. This is not the type of thing I thought Americans would take all that seriously. I don't think Canada will shut off the taps. I don't think that that's in our best interest to do or to threaten to do. I think it's important that America realizes how much of their energy comes from Canada. The province that I'm in, British Columbia, supplies California, Washington, and Oregon with tons of hydroelectric power. Not only that, we mitigate flooding in the Pacific Northwest by storing water in British Columbia so that it won't come down to you guys. We control the flood so that it won't come down to you guys in Washington and Oregon, right? That's the kind of relationship that we have with the United States. British Columbia has a ton of hydroelectric potential. We've used it for good things like somewhat renewable energy, but also we've used it for not so good things like hydraulic gold mining and like stuff like that destroys farmland. If you don't live in a concrete high rise in the United States, chances are the lumber that your home was made out of came from British Columbia. You see trains going by with these white boxes with this green tree logo on it. That comes from British Columbia. That's West Fraser lumber, right? It's not just a one-way street of American cultural exports where you guys just kind of get to be ignorant to what Canada does for you. I think that Americans have this tendency to kind of say, well, Canada, let's just go up there and take it. And that's the problem, is we can all have a mutually beneficial relationship without threats of turning off the taps or Trump saying he wants to annex Canada. Like, that stuff is just not necessary. And it's just a further distraction from our current economic situation in North America, which is dismal. You don't have to remember who our prime minister is. We don't really actually care about that. I would like to introduce myself to Americans abroad and say I'm from Vancouver and not have them say, oh, I went to Montreal once. That would be like you saying you're from California and me saying, oh, I went to Boston once. Like, would that be appropriate? No. It would be very respectful for Americans to consider what Canada actually is. Look at a map. Just look at a map.
I told you, Trump uncle. You made a big mistake by giving 25% tariff to Canada. And you know what's gonna happen now. Canadian ministers are overwhelmed. They are going crazy like cuckoo. And they said, from January 20, they will cut all the power to United States. 60% of power comes from where? From Canada. Now, Canadians said, whatever Trump says, it's insulting. 51 states of America? No, Trump uncle, you didn't do that right. You're a mistake. You just say whatever you want to say. But please, Trump uncle, think about without power and in this cold, everybody's ass is gonna get frozen. So please, Trump uncle, think about again. And don't play with the Canadian people. They are nice when they have to be nice. They are bad when they have to be bad. So please, Trump uncle, consider this as Canadian threat.
I think it's hilarious. Canada says if Donald Trump puts tariffs on them, they're going to cut off the power to the U.S. because they only care about the Canadians, the Ontarians. So you're going to shut off the power to the U.S. and put all of your people out of work. That is so funny. You don't understand. That is so freaking funny. We buy the energy and the oil and all from Canada. We purchase it. So you're going to take all that money from your country. All of the people that produce that energy, that produce that oil, you're going to put them out of work. So all of your people are going to be on unemployment. Are you very smart, Canada? Are you very... No, I'm telling you, you're a chicken, Canada. Because when Donald Trump says something, you're going to bow down and say, yes, sir. That's how it's going to be. I know it. Y'all play chicken with the U.S. all the time. But you have to understand, the United States ain't playing. And Trump ain't the one to play with. Love you, Trump. Keep your head up, America. Things are fixing to get a whole lot better.
At first, I actually thought this man was from Canada. All of a sudden, he's from the US. Okay, you guys have heard him. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do you think that Canada will be turning off that? And do you think that Trump is going to carry on with his promises? Okay, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. See you guys on my next video. Bye guys.